Well, good afternoon. We're looking at conditions here today that are going to be on the stormy side. Here's a look at what we've seen so far this morning. This is a photo from the Gully area in Minnesota, and we had some morning thunderstorms rumble through that northwestern part of Minnesota. Isaac sent us this cool shot. You can see all the gray skies and the rain coming down, but right on the very edge of your screen, that lightning bolt striking the ground there. So yes, we've had a lot of lightning with some of these storms and a lot of rain in some instances. Here's our view in Thief River Falls of the rain gauge there. Elizabeth sent us this photo. Looks like just under 1.25 inches of rain that fell in that area this morning. So again, we've picked up a decent amount of rain here in some places, and we've got more on the way. Here's a look at the latest radar. You can see conditions are going to be on the stormier side as we work our way into the afternoon, especially for the southern end of the valley this afternoon. You can see that line. It's kind of a broken line of storms affecting us there, and that is making its way right along that cold front to the south and to the east. So Fargo, we're right in line for this coming up over the next hour or so. You can see a lot of lightning bolts here, and then this stretches back over toward Clearbrook and just north of Bemidji right now. So let's zoom in on some of these spots. Again, this is a broken line, so there are breaks in between. Bemidji, you're likely to see this kind of drift in over time. It's not moving directly south, it's east-southeast, so it's going to take some time for it to work its way toward you, but eventually it does. There's some lightning west of Fosston, right on Highway 2 there, and into other parts of Polk County experiencing that lightning, and then again over into northern parts of Cass County. And again, this is drifting eastward, so eventually, if it holds together, it has the potential to affect places like Fargo-Moorhead and West Fargo, where we've got the Red River Valley Fair going on. So we're watching out for that this afternoon. No strong storms right now, but as the afternoon progresses and this cold front pushes southward, there is the potential for us to experience a stronger storm here that we're watching for again. So winds, they're not too strong. We're starting to see them switch behind the cold front. You see that northerly breeze with some gusts into the 20s, a gust of 24 in Grand Forks. Still seeing wind out of the south and Lakes Country, teens to some 20s there. And temperatures on their way up. We've surpassed our forecast high for today at the noon hour. We're at 78 degrees in Fargo, 71 in Grand Forks, some places still in the 60s. So a warm afternoon in progress. So again, that storm is going to be looking, or our storm potential might look like this here heading into the afternoon. I'm going to make sure I've got my graphics set up so we can take a look at your hour by hour planner, because that's critical here as we're watching out for that potential for storm activity. So again, as we are taking a look at the afternoon planner, expect to have stormy conditions through the afternoon hours and potentially into the evening for your Friday. So here we go. Now we're looking at that hour by hour planner. Sorry about that, guys. Looking at conditions that are going to be getting more stormy as the afternoon progresses. So by 4 o'clock, we've already seen that line starting to develop. We might see more of this fill in advance of the front. And some of these storms, some of these cells could produce 1-inch diameter hail, wind gusts to 60 miles per hour. So low end severe threat, but still a threat for severe, and it could impact your plans for this afternoon and tonight. By 7 p.m., notice how we're starting to see these depart, and eventually into the late night hours they move on. So if you're going to the concert later tonight for the fair, the longer we go or the later we go into the night, the greater the potential for some drier conditions and the storms to have moved on at that point. So that's the good news. Here's that weekend planner. Saturday will be sunny. We'll get into the 70s, and then on Sunday, that's that next chance for some storms, and that could also produce some stronger storms on Sunday as well in the afternoon and evening hours. And into mid-July here in our 11-day planner, 70s and 80s. So that intense heat not coming back just yet.
To think you just said mid-July. Oh my gosh.
We're there already. Can you believe that? We're
yeah, it's just
trucking
going
through the summer.
Yeah.